Hey, good afternoon. I'm Tim Keller, and we are here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We're here in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, and I'm here with Gary. He is the current owner of this 1970 Roadrunner convertible, and you may have read about the story in our on our listing. But this car was in the same family. It was purchased here in Elizabethtown, brand new in 1969. It was first purchased by Gary's brother, and then Gary had purchased it from him. And so we're here to answer your questions on the car. We have video available. You can text in your or post your questions in the comments, and we'll be happy to show you anything we can on the car. But to get started, I'm going to have Gary start it up and let you hear it, and then we'll show more of the interiors and things like that later on. So, Gary? You can shut off. Yeah, thanks. So, Gary, I know we talked a little bit about you're selling the car because you've relocated, you've moved to a smaller place. I know you had said a few times it's hard to sell the car, but your desire is this goes into the hands of someone who's going to appreciate the car and care for it. And why don't you talk a little bit about what you enjoyed about having this car?
It's a fun car to drive, and I like the sound of it. I always liked the muscle car sound, the rumble of the mufflers and stuff like that. And when you go underneath the bypass, underneath the bridge to rev it a little bit and hear the pipes, and it's just to watch people look at it and stuff. And it's because you don't see a car like this very often. It's so rare and things, and it's just having a muscle car is. It's what I grew up with and things, so that's the main thing. It's fun to have.
Tell us a little bit about your brother, about him purchasing the car. He was, I think, 19 when he purchased it, new from a dealership here in Elizabethtown. Talk about your brother and the purchase of the car that he made and why he bought this car.
Yeah, my brother was 19 years old when he purchased this car. It was Roy Heaston on Hanover Street in Elizabethtown, and he wanted to get the Hemi engine in it, but he couldn't afford that because it was a little more expensive. So then he got the 446 pack because the 383 engine with the 4-barrel was your standard engine in the Roadrunner. So he's got the 446 pack Roadrunner, and we always liked convertibles because we had convertibles in the family, quite a few different ones and stuff. And that's pretty much why he enjoyed it. He liked getting that stuff.
In just a moment, I'm going to have you start up again, and we'll show the air grabber hood. But let's talk a little bit about the interior. I know you said there was some interior work redone inside, but your brother had some custom work done on the interior door panels. We still have the original panels, and they, of course, get sold with the car, as well as the steel wheels. We still have those available, and those get sold with the car. So maybe talk about any of the custom work. I know there's some painting on the side your brother had done, and I'll let you talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, the door panels here, my brother did the button and tough, I think they're called, door panels, but we had the original door panels in the garage there. And he always liked the Plymouth on the Superbirds back in the day when they had the big fin on them. And that's why he put the Plymouth on the back end, but to make it look right, that it wasn't sticking out, he put the gold stripe on the side. So it wasn't just the Plymouth sticking back on the fender all by itself like the Superbirds were. And stuff, but yeah, that's why he did that.
So this the hood here with the air grabber hood, I know that draws a lot of attention too, and so we're going to have you start up again, and we'll show the function of the hood. I know the people that know what it is, but I thought some others may be interested in seeing that hood pop up. And I like the shark teeth or the teeth on the side of the air grabber hood. So we'll go ahead and start up and do the hood. All right, so what we're going to do next, Gary, I'm going to have you come out. We're going to open up the hood. We'll pull the pins there and open up the hood and get a shot of the interior there. This is a matching numbers car.
Oh, yeah.
Original engine, rear end, the fender plate, everything is matching.
Totally
Now, I want to talk about one incident your brother had. He drove this in the snow. We don't recommend this as a snow car.
Oh, no.
Do you want to talk about what happened there and what needed to be done with that?
Well, he slid out in the snow and hit the fender on the car and stuff. I think it was one of the front fenders and stuff, but that's, because the first 2 years was his daily driver. He had to drive all the time and stuff, but then he took it off the road after that, and then we never had it out in bad weather after that and stuff. But yeah, it's, but it's still, it really drives good. And
Great car.
And when you get going in it, it'll move.
We won't have you incriminate yourself by telling about the speeds, but let's go ahead and open the hood. We'll get some video shots of that too. So, Mike, I'm going to have you get a shot of the fender plate then, right here. Now, Gary, we're going to step back over here in front. I know that you, in recent, within the last, 10 or 15 years, you had the engine
Oh, it's
work.
I'm not,
We have the receipt and all that right there. You want to talk a little bit about what happened, what they did with the engine, what work you had done there?
Well, the engine was totally rebuilt, taken out, and I think they said they cooked the engine and stuff, and they cammed it up a little bit because they couldn't find the original, like a cam the same size as what was it. So they cammed it up a little bit and put a new clutch and pressure plate in and redid. Well, the whole engine's totally redone and stuff, and it doesn't have very many miles on it at all since then. I think it was within the last 5 years or so that I had it done. We have a book that we have everything written down in. We do to the car. Every January 1st, we write down the miles on the odometer, so you know exactly how far it was driven each year and stuff. And like it's usually only 200 or 300 miles at the very most, if we drive it that far and stuff. But like I say, and then we write down what's done during that year from one January to the next and stuff. But the engine was totally redone with a group like a speed shop. I don't know if you'd call them a speed shop, but they have some street rods of their own, the guys that did it. So they know what they're doing. Yeah, they did a good job.
Yes, they did. They did. We're going to grab the keys. We're going to open the trunk and take some video of that too. But the condition of the car has been great. You're welcome to comment. If you have any questions, anything you want us to check out or show you on video, we can do that. We're going to plan to do the trunk here, getting a shot of that condition there, and then we can do some work with the undercarriage. But as you heard Gary say, this car has not been out in the weather. It's well cared for. We invite you to comment, ask any questions. We're happy to deal with that. You're also free to call us throughout the week at HK Keller. We're happy to help and accommodate you in any questions that you have. So. Absolutely. We have some of the paperwork that Gary was talking about. We have the actually his time cards from the drag strip. We do have that notebook that you have from each year of everything. And all the paperwork, everything that we have is going to go with this. There are two other things we're selling in this same auction, and those are two hoods. One is another air grabber hood, and that's also being sold with a satellite hood. So we have those two hoods in the same lot. The reason we had those hoods with this car is his brother had the idea to do some custom work and maybe redo or make another hood. That just never happened, but we still have an air grabber hood and a satellite hood that are sold as a lot together in this auction. So, Mike, if we could get that light turned on, I'm going to have you just go around and we'll shoot underneath as much as you can. I know some people were interested in that. But this car has been. Talk again about how much weather this car has seen. I mean, there's not a lot of snow and salt that this car has seen.
No, after the 2 years my brother drove it, it wasn't out in bad weather at all. If it was rainy or cloudy, we did not go out with it. At one time, coming home from a car show, I got caught in a little drizzle and stuff, but then as soon as you get home, you wipe it off and cover it. It's covered up in the garage. It always is covered in the garage. As soon as you get it in the garage and it cools down, then we cover it up with the sheets that my wife made and stuff. So it's not even one covered. It's always covered up. So and it's in a heated garage all the time too.
Yeah.
You know.
So we did have someone ask us about the paint. Now we know that your brother had the custom work done and the Plymouth on there.
Yeah.
But tell us about the blue paint that's on this car. We know there was a fender that was replaced.
Yeah.
But as far as the paint,
it's all the original paint. It's all the original paint, other than that one fender, you know, that they did. Yeah, but it's a total survivor, and stuff. You know, everything is. We have electronic ignition on it, but we do have the distributor. I have the original distributor. I have the original, I think, the alternator and all the original parts. The original air grabber, not the air grabber, the air filter, and stuff, and the little hubcaps that go on the blue rims and things. And we have some extra parts too, like a whole grill and something, because my brother would buy an extra parts along and stuff to keep them.
Just in case.
Yeah, just that way you have them in case something would happen and stuff. Because going to car shows and stuff, you never know, and things. But he always had extra parts, and they're going to go with it, and you know, if the people want it, you know, the parts and stuff. So
great. Well, Gary, welcome to have a seat, and Mike's going to continue with the video. We'll leave the hood up, and Mike's going to do some more shots of the interior and all that. So we're just going to let the camera roll with Mike, and then if you have any comments or questions, you can go ahead and post those, and we'll be happy to answer those or show you anything that you want on the car. So we'll just follow Mike with the camera, and he'll go from there. All right, and as always, if you have any questions, need answers to anything regarding the car, we're happy to help you with that. All of the documentation that we have will be sold with the car, as well as the original blue steel wheels, the hubcaps, the interior door panels. Everything that we have goes with it to you as the buyer. So we have the original. Yeah, Gary, come on in. We got the original bill of sale. This auction is an online auction. This ends at 8 p.m. on July 22nd. Bidding is open now. It goes all the way until 8 p.m. on July 22nd. So we invite you to email, call us. If you have any questions, we're happy to help. And Gary, we want to talk a little bit about anything else?
Well, we have the original bill of sale and the original build sheet. And my brother made copies of them too. So my brother made copies of those. So he has the copies of the original bill of sale and the original build sheet and stuff. So, yeah, so everything is... My brother kept immaculate records. He really... I mean, he had records for everything.
And we have it, and that's all going to get passed on to
Yeah.
the new buyer.
Yeah.
Gary, you know, I know selling this car was a big decision.
Yeah.
What's your hope for this car? What would you like to see the future of this car be?
Well, I'd like to see it go to a collector that's going to take care of it and respect it and, you know, keep it in good shape and stuff. Well, that's why I'd like to have a collector get it, somebody that can really appreciate it and not just like a private individual that would just, you know, somebody has maybe a couple cars or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's very sentimental value to me and stuff, you know, and things.
Yeah.
So
Excellent.
okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna sign off, but you're free to contact us with any questions about the car. We are happy to help. July 22nd, the bidding on this car ends at 8 p.m. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.